Hey there, YouTubers and collectors. This is Salvador Los Angeles here with my independent user review of Spawn the Dark Ages, Mandarin Spawn, the Scarlet Edge figure by McFarlane Toys. This is an oldie but a goodie. I just found out about this figure recently. I didn't collect those older Spawns from this era and back. I'm a new collector and definitely a new Spawn collector as well. This figure, though, when I first saw it, I stumbled upon it on eBay. I thought, wow, I got to get this. This figure is beautiful. It's a beautiful work of art, I would call it. It says here on the front, blades connect to make 12-inch weapon. A lot of stuff going on in the back. Spawn, the Blackheart figure. Spawn, the Dark Ages. Look for these other titles from McFarlane Toys, Yellow Submarine, Movie Maniacs, Austin Powers, Techno Spawn, Ozzy Osbourne, Iguantas and Tuscadao, Tormentor, Viper King, Mandarin Spawn, Scarlet Edge, and the Necromancer. Mandarin Spawn, the Scarlet Edge. This master of bladed weapons from an ancient feudal society, the Scarlet Edge was brutally slain during the war against the army of the dead. Enraged by his own death, he has been commissioned to Earth to seek his revenge. Now, masked in mystery, this warrior has taken the name Mandarin Spawn. It is conceivable, folks, that this figure has been in this packaging for 12 or 13 years, and it deserves to be freed from its plastic prison. This is Salvador Los Angeles reviewing Spawn, the Dark Ages, Mandarin Spawn, the Scarlet Edge figure made by McFarlane Toys. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Mandarin Spawn comes with this fold-out, which shows the Austin Powers figures, Series 2 Movie Maniacs with Michael Myers, the Beatles, Yellow Submarine, Metal Gear Solid, and Techno Spawn, Ozzy Osbourne, and of course Spawn the Dark Ages. Anyway, Spawn.com, folks. Now the other side, Danger Girl. I will be doing a review of the full set of the Danger Girl figures, which I do have. Coglestro. I'm sorry, I can't read that. I don't know that. I don't know that one. Spawn Series 14 instructions. It gives instructions for the Black Heart. It gives instruction for Ignitus and Tuscadon. I'm not pronouncing these correctly. Tormentor, Mandarin Spawn, Scarlet Edge. It gives all the instructions on how to put it together. And Necromancer gives instructions on that. And Viper King. So there you go. This is the foldout that comes with the figure. All right, folks. You guys ready for Mandarin Spawn? This is awesome. I'm big time excited about this figure. This is such a beautiful figure. All right, let's get on with it. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mandarin Spawn. Guys, I don't know if there's anything I can say really that would do this figure any justice. I have many figures. I mean, my reviews are just a fraction of what I have. Even if you weren't a figure collector, let's say you were just a person who was possibly into Asian inspired art, Asian architecture, Chinese mythology or whatever, I mean, this would be a great gift for somebody. I mean, look at this. I'm going to zoom in close. This is just a basic overview. The good news is he does have really wide feet, and those wide feet allow it to stand just nicely. Let's look at... There are peg holes there, though. We're going to get in real close on this figure, folks. We're going to zoom in and get in really tight, but nothing I can say, or probably nothing I can show, would do this figure justice. I'm telling you, this figure is a work of art, and I'm telling you that as a serious collector. And I use the term serious loosely. This figure is incredible. The only way this figure would be better, I think, if it had maybe a little more articulation, the only way to improve on this figure would be if you actually adorned it with actual gold and gemstones. And this plugs into his right shoulder. It's pretty pointy. I mean, don't poke your eye out with this thing. Plugs right in there. We'll show that. Really nice. It's real great paint on this. It's almost as though it's a real animal tooth or some sort of prehistoric porcupine needle. Really nice. It's so simple, and yet it's got a real nice paint job to it. He also comes with these two swords that plug into his side hip here, and the swords do come out. Both of them do. Real good looking swords. I've got a jade look to them. Both handles. Look at that. Really nice. Beautiful. Look at that color. You know what's interesting is it's actually a brighter green here on film than it is in real life. Real nice jade green there on film. Or digital, I should say. Look at those blades. Really cool. Beautiful blades. Man, I'm excited about this figure, and it's not just the whiskey talking. They come in this sheath here. Look at that. He also comes with this. This is 2 pieces, long sword staff, same type of jade design there, and then it connects to this, and this is a 12-inch piece. You can tell chicks, hey, I've got 12 inches, because you do with the Mandarin double-edged sword. This is his shield. Here's the back of it, okay? Now check this out. It attaches onto his forearm. I do have issues with the fact that it attaches onto his left arm, and I'll explain when I get to that in the when I get more in depth into the review. But this seems to only be able to attach to his left arm, and I'll tell you why I have a problem with that. But look at that. Bam. A little moon-looking face. Look at that. Again, the only way this would be more beautiful is if these were actual gemstones. Look at that. If it were golden gemstones, it'll be beautiful. It'd be in a museum. Beautiful job. Beautiful work. I mean, you're going to hear that word all over this review. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Those look like eyes there. Starts to look like a face. Awesome shield. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. I'm going to try to go 360 here. Look at that. Oh, man. I'm telling you guys, this video doesn't even do this justice. This is even a pleasure to hold. Todd McFarlane, I tell you, you knocked it out of the park with this one. You really did. Look at that chest plate. Look at those teeth. Let's go down the front. Truly a work of art. Look at that. Now, apparently there's another version here. I don't know if this is the variant or there is another variant, but there is another version of this, which has different colors, I believe. Hell, I might even get that. Now, check out this peekaboo here. Look at that. Look when I lift that up. Those are on the knees. Those are on the kneecaps. I mean, whoever sculpted this, hell, man, I hope they didn't retire. I hope they're still working out there. Look at right there on the back. There's that little face again, similar to the one that was on the shield. $19.99 McFarlane Toys. So theoretically, this has been in package again, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 or 14 years. This has been in the package. Right before Y2K. You guys remember Y2K? Awesome little moon face. I'm so glad I have this camera to get this detail. I'm zooming in as much as I can, folks. Look at those nails. Let's get that profile. This is from the side, from the right side here. I mean, I hope whoever watches this can appreciate this as much as I. Let's go on the left side now. Get close up on the arms. That's on the left shoulder. More little faces there on their forearm. Left forearm. It's the left hand there. All right, let's get into the right arm. There's the hole where that horn connects into. The right arm. You're not going to get a figure with this much detail. I don't have another figure that has this much detail. This detail is extreme. This paint is extreme, beautiful. How could something be both evil and beautiful? The articulation. The head moves around. That's about as far as it'll go because of the chin point and the shoulder. So it's able to go about that far on either direction. The arms are on a swivel, no ball and socket, which is great because I don't have to worry so much about it breaking. You know, you pull an old figure out, you can bust those joints so easily. I'm sure most of you know that. He does have the swivel on the left here, so he can go that way. And there is no swivel on the left wrist. The right wrist does have a swivel. And he does have a hinge joint at the right elbow that I'm not even going to, it's not easily moving here. I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm not even going to go there. So he does have a right hinge joint. I'm trying to, it's not really going, I'm not going to force it. He does have hip movement. Look at that. Well, look at that. Oh, whoa. He does have hip movement. What a surprise. What a pleasant surprise. So there we go. He has shoulder. He has right elbow. He has right wrist. He has left shoulder. He has left elbow swivel. He has head. And he has hips. And he does not have knees or any ankles. That is for certain. Alright guys, so here's Mandarin Spawn when he's holding all of his accessories. Again, we have that horn spike coming out of his right shoulder that we were able to put in. We put the two ended swords together and he creates this long 12-inch double-ended sword. Alright, so here's my gripe though. You look at the shield in his left hand, and unfortunately it blocks those swords. It blocks that little, you see where those swords are? Those swords you plug into his left side. And they look great. But then when you have this there, it blocks them. So if I had my way, I would have been able to, you can't attach the shield onto the right arm. It only attaches onto the left arm. So I would make it so that I can put the shield on his right arm and then hold this staff in his left side. That way you can display those swords right there. That's the only thing. That's really my only gripe. I would have just repositioned things a little bit. Alright you guys, this has been Salvador Los Angeles with my review of McFarlane Toys Mandarin Spawn. I'm probably going to get the other version of this as well. This thing is so beautiful. I've probably said beautiful 25 times and I mean it. Alright guys, thanks for watching this review and I will see you next time.